the moment we have all definitely not been waiting for and have not wanted is here. So basically, the Miraculous live-action movie is back in production. So a quick little timeline. If I'm correct, it was in 2018 that Jeremy actually first announced that they were going to be making a live-action movie. However, they did end up changing it into the Miraculous musical, which we now know as the Awakening movie. However, just a few days ago, Jeremy actually posted to his story that the live-action movie was back in production. And just to probably no one's surprise, a lot of people definitely really didn't like the fact that they were bringing it back into production. But one thing that I want to mention is that Jeremy did actually later delete the post. I don't really know why he did, but I think it was only up for like a few hours. And like him deleting it probably doesn't have to do with anything, but I did think that it was a fun little thing to mention. But the more important thing that I wanted to mention is that just because he said that the movie is back in production doesn't mean that it will necessarily ever come out. And what I mean by that is like it could honestly be canceled at any point. Now I'm not entirely sure that it will be canceled. I think that it's more likely that they're actually going to go through with it this time though, just because the fandom is a lot bigger and they have like more money to actually make the movie. But at the end of the day, who really knows? And if you guys couldn't already tell by now, I'm not really the most excited about this. I mean, I am because it's Miraculous, and anything that comes out about Miraculous, I'm really excited for. However, it's not really something that I'm necessarily like looking forward to. Like, it's definitely not something that I want, but I will watch it if it does come out. And I think that I'll probably still love it too. However, I really just don't think that it's going to be my favorite. And I honestly think the whole idea of creating this movie is just a little weird. And the main reason why is because, well, quite plainly, I think that live action movies suck. Like, I mean, take a look at Disney. I prefer the animated versions, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other people do. And honestly, I don't even know why Disney keeps making live action movies, because from what I can tell, no one really even likes them. I just think that if something is animated, it should stay animated, and if something is live action, it should just stay live action. And the next little thing is the fact that the show is still going on. Like, in my opinion, a live action movie almost seems like something that you would make far into the future, like after the show is over with, and you just kind of want to like revive the show and the fandom. Like, going back to Disney, the movies that they're making into live action movies are ones that are quite old. And it's almost like Disney used the live action movies to kind of revive the movies again for like younger generations, which is obviously what totally makes sense. I don't think it really makes sense to be in the middle of the show and then release a live action movie. To be honest, I actually find it kind of weird that they're releasing the musical right now, kind of in the middle of the show. Only because, once again, different kind of movies and projects almost just seem like something that they should be releasing after the show is fully finished with, as a way to kind of like keep the fandom going and keep the show alive. Now, I do have other reasons as to why I don't really want this movie. However, a lot of them are mainly just like theoretical on my part, because obviously we don't know anything about how this movie is going to look or like what's going to happen. So we're just going to wait until we know more about the movie in order to make those judgments. However, what I will say is that I really hope that they cast people true to the actual characters, like age, ethnic background, like all of that stuff. I also really hope that they don't change a whole lot about like at least the storyline, just because I think if you're making a live action movie, you should probably stay true to like the whole storyline.